that this is a great opportunity for individuals to learn the value of work, to be prepared for leaving and going back out into society. They should, if they're going to remain in society successfully, they're going to have to learn how to budget. They're going to have to learn how to save. They're going to have to learn how to spend wisely. Giving somebody $100 that just gets blown, possibly irresponsibly, on the first opportunity, which could actually, you know, some psychologists talk about this, and the best place for somebody is to be destitute, because as soon as they have money in their hands, and I can relate to this, that distant family members that that have been, they were fine until they got a paycheck, and that paycheck went to the bar, and that bar led to them being found face down drunk 3 days later. So some people, until they know the value of money, until they learn the value of money, it can actually be harmful for them. And if you're releasing somebody, now, and I just looked at this, and it's interesting to note that the government has degraded our $100 by 85% through inflationary spending, through the debt spending, through going through more, like we're doing this year, and spending even more money than we have, and taking that $4 billion surplus, $1,000 per taxpayer, and diverting it into meaninglessness. But you're going to have a lot better result, I think, if these inmates are required to budget, if they're required to work, if the money they leave with, they have a direct correlation with work that they've done. The money that they walk out the door with represents the sweat equity that they put into their liberty. That's going to be the game changer. And that's the kind of program that we should be advocating. You know, if you want to get back to 1970s, you know, of course, then there was a budget. We were literally pumping money out of the ground, more so. And we're not limiting ourselves. We are growth. We're pro-ag. We're pro-manufacturing. And then we decided to be pro-socialist, and we don't have any of that anymore. So what we have, that would be, I think, about $667. So to catch up, it would take $667. So, you know, anybody who's wondering, the equivalent of $100 back in 1972 takes about $667. So if you can't figure out why you can't afford a house, that's why. It's government spending. So I think what we need to do is we need to have, I would like to see a program come back that's a little bit more focused on individual responsibility, because liberty is dependent on individual responsibility. And when we cede that, it actually removes that liberty. So when we try to transfer that. So I think we need to give these inmates the dignity of work, the ability to walk out that door, make sure that they understand the value, the sweat equity that they put into those dollars that they're walking out with. And yes, some are going to walk out with more than others. And that's a good lesson in life as well.